Namco is working with Nintendo on the Smash Brothers games, so it's like basically Namco has a team. They gave Nintendo workers, essentially, is what they've done. But the game is still all wow, Sakurai. I was totally blanking on his fucking name.
You know what I'm waiting for to be fucking announced over here so badly?
What?
Game and Wario.
Oh yeah, that looks really fun.
Oh, I saw some videos like the people making like importing the Japanese coffee and playing it. It looks awesome.
Yes.
As opposed to the contrary, where recently I bought Wario DIY because I'd never played it. That game is ass.
DIY Dixon yo ass.
It's just like you're like, oh, I want to play some of these mini games. How do I get them? Well, you have to go to the Wario section,
And then you
have
make
to,
them.
and then you have to draw a bunch of games until eventually you unlock the next set of games you're allowed to play.
Oh, that's
It's
stupid.
It's not very fun at all.
No. They force you to create. It should be like optional. Not everyone is creative or wants.
And then it's like if you go online and get all the porn games. But that didn't bother.
Oh, so wait, there's an online component? That's how you get the other games?
Yeah, people can like use, it's like an online sort of store basically thing. They sort of call it.
Oh, because I was wondering, like, I didn't know that people could download those games other people made. I thought there was like, oh, I made this game that you can't play. Look at it.
Oh no, they wouldn't do that.
They wouldn't they? This is Nintendo.
I don't know, they never fuck it up when it comes to the Wario games.
But it sounds like they kind of did.
Well, I'm sure I could have more fun if I could get access to the online.
I'm fucking done.
And my internet doesn't work towards on the 3DS. You know, the 3DS is like, yeah, we only accept this kind of internet, so our internet's attuned to that. And then the DS games are like, we only use this internet, so I don't have that one set up because I got the other one. Esports, what up, Skokes?
Just in response to someone in the chat that was asking like why they didn't get started on Smash Brothers earlier, it's because Nintendo rushed the Wii U out the door. The same thing they did with the 3DS. So it's like Luigi's Mansion 2 was in development for like 2 years. The 3DS came out 2 years ago, so it's like after the 3DS had come out, they were like, hey, we need to make a fucking Luigi game. Get on this. So it's like they didn't have anything at the launch because they rushed it out the door. And so it's the same thing with the Wii U. It's like investors are freaking out. So like, ah, shit, we better put out a new console. Well, we don't have any games. No, who gives a fuck?
Nintendo Land, boom, done. Fucking throw Punch out on the e-store for like, well, I don't know, like 30 pence, whatever.
But do it like 5 months later. Don't do it right away. We haven't figured that out. We haven't figured out emulators, even though, you know, the fucking internet has
How do we
done
bring the
that
people
job.
back over? I don't know, let's tell them we're going to release Earthbound. That'll make them happy. It's like, hey, everybody, Earthbound. Holy shit, Earthbound.
No, see, that really upset me. Like, when they were talking about it, I was really, like, they were talking so much about it. I was like, are they about to announce Mother 3 for, like, the eShop or something? Fuck. But then they were just like, oh, yeah, we're putting it on the Virtual Console. I was just like, okay, maybe they're doing it to test the waters and see if a lot of people buy it, then maybe we should, you know, port Mother 3, or maybe it's like to get people ready, like, oh, well, maybe people would buy Mother 3 if they knew it was a sequel to Earthbound. What about the people that don't know Earthbound? Well, let's re-release Earthbound so that they know. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, I mean, that could be the logic behind it. But I'm still annoyed that they haven't put like Virtual Console games on like the 3DS. I mean like Super Nintendo, Genesis, all that stuff. Like, cause
it's all like they're all like, hey, we're gonna start releasing Game Gear games. Like, nobody gives a fuck about the Game Gear.
Yeah.
Jesus, the only people who care about the Game Gear are the people who still have theirs, and then they can play the games they've already got. They're not gonna buy games to play the 3DS.
No, and the only good ones, most of the good ones, are just like the Sonic ones.
Yeah, like name me a bunch of Game Gear games that aren't a Sonic game.
Columns.
Oh.
I fucking
that's-
hated that game too, and it like came with my Game Gear. I hated that game so much because I couldn't get
Oh,
past like the first fucking level.
I love columns.
I sucked at it so much. But I played the shit out of Sonic Triple Trouble.
Somebody's already named Rage 2. You mean like that pre-existing like Sega game that was like on a console?
That's the other thing that bugged me is that they would make these games for the Game Gears like, oh, it's just like the Genesis version. Like it played nothing like the Genesis version. Like I had man, I fucked up big time. I had
You almost killed me.
I know, I'm really mad. What was it? I had Aladdin for my Game Gear, and it's like it was nothing like the Genesis version.
Oh, I just got a fucking line out. I was about to get a Tetris. You lucky son of a bitch.
I'm really sad though that my Game Gear ended up breaking on me. Like, one day something started rattling inside, and I was like, oh shit, what is that? And so I opened it up, and a fucking microchip just fell out, and I was just like, fuck, can't use it anymore.
Like there's nothing on my screen right now.
What the fuck? Why is there nothing on your screen?
I don't know.
Maybe if I give you some blocks, something will come up on your screen. What the shit? What the fuck? Still
What?
nothing there?
No.
Alright, let me just...
Waiting for host to start.
Oh, alright, I'll make a new room. Something fucking happened. Fucking Tetris glitched? Like, seriously? This
Wait,
shit's
wait.
never happened before.